Yo, Kendrick Lamar in 2011 was insane, nuts. Kendrick Lamar had so many features in the year 2011. On top of dropping arguably his best album, Section 80, he went on this entire run of features from pop stars. He was even on a Drake album to super underground guys like Eastside K-Boy. This was probably Kendrick's most active year as a rapper. And in my opinion, this is like my favorite era of Kendrick. Hey y'all, I am a one-man show. I record, edit the video myself, create the thumbnail, everything. So hitting like and subscribe does help a bunch. Thanks so much. Back to the video. This is like high power era Kendrick. Kendrick right before he drops Good Kid, Mad City. Kendrick is not like super popular at this point, but he's known in the underground hip hop scene. So there's like this hunger that's there, but there's also this element of creative freedom that Kendrick has where he's able to rap about so many different topics. He's able to go on records, have fun, go on records, be serious. There's like not this expectation to uphold like this conscious image or to just have super deep messages in all of his music. That didn't exist as much back then in 2011. So there's like this freedom aspect, liberating aspect to Kendrick's music around this time. So the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna break down Kendrick features from around this time. Obviously the Section 80 album, that was what it was, but we're gonna talk about just the guest features that he did around that time. And I'm gonna break it into three categories. First, we got RATCHET Kendrick. This is Kendrick, he's on records, having fun, being silly, promiscuous. So those are gonna be the verses that are more geared towards that more fun, playful side of Kendrick's music. Second, we got Bully Kendrick. I call it Bully Kendrick because he's on records flexing, boasting, just bragging, you know, just typical rapper stuff. Rapping about how good he is at rap or etc. Bully Kendrick. And then last category, we got Serious Kendrick. So this is the more introspective Kendrick. He's rapping about the struggle, his struggle, the struggle in Compton, LA. More serious verses, more topical verses, complete opposite of RATCHET Kendrick, right? So we're gonna break it down into those three categories. So first, we're gonna start with RATCHET Kendrick. And we'll start off with this song. This is probably one of my favorite Kendrick Lamar features. This is a song called Thirsty. Wow. And we've got Stevie Wonder sample. And this song is by Terrace Martin. Very obvious Stevie Wonder sample.
I love Stevie Wonder. But anyway, DJ Drama, Terrace Martin. But a song about thirsty ass niggas out here that always think we owe them something. Hey Kendrick, go.
Compton Kendrick, something splendid. Yeah, I'm in this B.I.H.
So obviously Kendrick, the way he starts the verse, you know he's just about to go off. The song is called Thirsty. It's basically about thirsty guys who are always begging for something, and even thirsty women. They're constantly on your jock. They're annoying.
You see, it's funny how I do this thing. Throw them in the pond, cause these ponds wish they knew this king.
Love that bar. Throw them in the pond, cause these pawns wish they knew this king. Pawns, king, I mean, a little chess reference. Light work, nothing too heavy.
Say they word is bond like 007 service team. They be head servicing. Get off my dick.
Yeah. So that line right there encompasses what the song is about. Yo, get off my dick. Like, yo, they say they word is bond like 007 service team. Basically, all these people trying to be around me now that I got something good going on for myself. Thirsty.
Head down so cold, you would swore that I was half Eskimo with bucket seats below zero.
And I love the fact that this song is so fun, right? It's kind of just more about a playful topic, but there's not non sequiturs here. Like the whole verse is not just a non sequitur like you would get on a lot of, you know, fun, playful songs nowadays. Kendrick is still on topic. The song is about people being thirsty. And he's still on topic.
They thirsty. Haters, they be watching so thirsty.
Yeah, you too. And I actually have a brief story about this song. Around the time this song came out, I got my first job. I was working at In-N-Out Burger. And I had this coworker, like she was thirsty, bro. Like
hoes, they be popping so thirsty. They thirsty.
I was like 16 at the time. She was like 27, like with a kid and all this. I would never give her play. I would never give her like any attention, right? But she was on it heavy. So one day, one of her friends who worked with us, she was like, yo, Troy, why you not messing with my girl? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, obviously, I didn't want to be like, yo, she old, she got kids. I'm 16. I wasn't trying to do all that. I was like, yo, I'm going to tell you why, but you cannot tell her. I'm going to tell you, but you can't tell her. She's like, why you don't mess with my girl? I said, cause she thirsty.
Thirsty.
And obviously she told her, and yeah, that was the whole thing at work. But yeah, Thirsty by Terrace featuring Kendrick. Great song. Next song, Ratchet Kendrick. It's a song called Rossi Wine.
Sipping on that Rossi wine, puffin' turtle, feeling fine. It's just me, myself, and I.
And this is around the time where Kendrick is rapping about how he doesn't smoke weed, he doesn't really drink. So for him to be on a song called Rossi Wine, it was interesting for me at the time. I'm just like, okay, let's see what he's talking about, right? So the song is by Droop E, which is E40's son. And it's about his love for Carlo Rossi wine. You can get a jug of it. It's pretty inexpensive wine. So you can see Kendrick, a lot of respect for E40. He mentions E40 in his music many times.
Bump that new E40 at the school. You know, big ballin' with my homies.
Big ballin' with my homies.
Earl Stevens had us thinking rational.
He gives E40's son a video treatment. Like, yo, I'm gonna do the verse for you, and we gonna do the video. That's love.
In the middle where the war zone I be on, sipping on a big bottle with that burgundy. Motherfuck your styrofoam.
So Kendrick spits that line like, yo, I'm sipping on a bottle of that burgundy. Carlo Rossi, it's like a huge, like ridiculously big bottle of wine. He said, yo, F the styrofoam cups, which is like F the lean. We not doing the lean. We gonna sip on this wine instead.
On the freeway, I ride to the snare. Don't get me out my loop, my nigga.
He said, on the freeway, I'll ride to the snare. Don't get me out my loop. Snare, loop, drum pattern. It's a loop. We call it a loop in hip hop. Something light. Then he goes,
a bad bitch, I ride with a pair. Like the fruit, my nigga.
Yo, a bad chick, I ride with a pair. Two of them, like the fruit. Yo, this is light work Kendrick, but again, this is just playful Kendrick, ratchet Kendrick. We not expecting mega bars right here.
But I don't pay him no attention, I'm gonna put him in detention. Head of the class, head in the E class with a 10 missing.
Class, E class, like, honestly, I think this is Kendrick freestyling, but yo, dude raps so well. The freestyles are still cohesive. He's just getting his stuff off. Let's hear that one more time.
I don't pay him no attention, I'm gonna put him in detention. Head of the class, head in the E class with a 10 missing. You said.
And look at this video, man. This is California, 2011. This is literally, everything about this is 2010s. From the hookah, look how the girls is dressed even. Nobody was really rocking designer like that. It was snapbacks, streetwear. Everybody in this picture right here, even Shorty with the Ninja Turtle shirt, everybody would be considered fresh.
Don't need
So yeah, Rossi Wine, that's actually one of my favorite Kendrick verses, guest verses. Overlooked. Even when it came out, it was super under the radar. All right, next Ratchet Kendrick song, 2011. It's a song called Moscato by Ab-Soul.
Things get hard to swallow. We need a bottle of Moscato.
This is during the era where Ab-Soul and Kendrick, they were very evenly matched. Kendrick hadn't taken that next leap forward. They're very evenly matched. And Kendrick really just takes over this entire song. I encourage you all to go listen to this entire song. Not just Kendrick's verse, but when Kendrick verse comes on, this is when you get to realize that when he gets on guest verses with people, he is known to take over. He'll take over your entire song and make it his own.
Guess who's back in this motherfucker looking like a motherfucking Shot-Town pimp, all right?
Gorgeous beat, beautiful beat. This is one of my favorite Ab-Soul songs.
An AK clip with the infrared beam. I pop that trunk, make everybody scream. Put a missing punk on everybody scream.
Flow switch. Yo, peep that flow switch.
Dolphin pills and Moscato spills. Everything she need to get her thrill. No Hennessy on the bar to the bill.
So this is not really something you would hear Kendrick rap about nowadays. He's talking about he's courting a girl. Courting is like a nice way to say it. He's like, yo, I'm gonna give her, what were those pills called? Blue Dolphin, Red Dolphins? I think they were basically just ecstasy. I don't know. I was never like a pill popping dude. He's like, yo, I'm gonna give her these pills. We're gonna give her some Moscato, whatever else she needs, right? I don't think Kendrick would ever rap something like that nowadays, especially with how things have developed, like in terms of like just socially. Talking about you gonna get a girl intoxicated, you know, to then court her, even if it's quote unquote consensual, people would take issue with that. But yeah, different time. 2011, different time.
I might get loose tonight and fuck your girlfriend.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I feel she might come through tonight, plus her girlfriend.
Kendrick is like, yo, I'm gonna take not one, not just one, I'm gonna take two. A lot of y'all have never even heard Kendrick talk like this. So this might be shocking for some people. Like, he like, yo, I'm gonna give him the pills, I'm gonna give him some drink, then she gonna invite her girl, and we gonna really have, you know, a time.
Slinging that dick while baby eat on her poop. Ooh, my meats, look at you bodies, I'm geek.
Yo, X-rated Kendrick verse. X-rated Kendrick verse. Moscato. Yeah, one of my favorite Ab-Soul songs. X-rated. That's about as X-rated as a Kendrick verse you ever gonna hear. It's Ratchet Kendrick. He got verses like this during his time. He wasn't afraid to go out and spit a verse like that. I don't think Kendrick would ever rap something like that nowadays. He has like he's a Grammy darling. The industry adores him, so I don't think he would take that risk to spit something that could be possibly misconstrued by the wrong audience. But again, this is era of Kendrick, total creative freedom. All right, Ratchet Kendrick, next song. It's a song by Casey Veggeis called Riding Around Town.
Look like she from Rio, sweeter than Tampico.
This song was real big in Southern California during its time. Kendrick has a verse on the Riding Around Town remix.
And they all wanna feed my ego, and they wanna lay up in the front seat though. Baby, hurry up, ski, she go deep though.
More Ratchet Kendrick. He talking that talk, that X-rated talk.
They be loving my crack, man. I'm me, no, she knows that I see no, stim you, give me chemo, I'm sick and I need help.
Yo, that boy flow is insane. Like, he's really just going off.
These bitches go, these bitches come, she screams some more every time she come.
Yeah. We getting X-rated. Maybe I should rename this from Ratchet Kendrick to X-rated Kendrick.
Fuck your life, bitch, Kendrick's next. I'm talking dick in the whole world. Yo.
Yeah, he went from talking about piping this chick to piping the whole world.
I made a left and got it right now. Fuck your life, my dick is wet. Pause.
And he ended it with a pause. Again, for Kendrick to hit a pause, you know, playing pause on a verse, I think this is probably the one time he's ever done this.
Pause. Load management. Load management.
Super liberated Kendrick right here. He's not worried about how he's seen. Really, these are the verses that built his hype high enough to where people started looking at him like he's next. He had to go hard on these verses. He had to be completely open, be completely free. Some of y'all don't play pause. Some of y'all play pause. Yo, Kendrick played pause on this verse.
I made a left and got it right now. Fuck your life, my dick is wet. Pause.
So we're winding down on the Ratchet Kendrick verses from 2011. This one is going to be a song called Taking Me Down. By Overdose. Now, if you're from California, SoCal specifically, this album cover has to make you feel something. If you from SoCal and you look at this album cover and you don't feel nothing, you wasn't really into underground hip hop at the time. For a lot of y'all, a lot of us, this is the first time a lot of people heard Kendrick. Very popular mixtape in the underground. A lot of late nights hanging out with this as a theme song.
My woman be tripping sometimes. I remember her stripping off Martin and sipping on something that cheap as a wine.
Kendrick is consistent. He's talking about his girl, and then he's talking about sipping wine. He already done had a song called Rossi Wine, where he's talking about, I'm drinking jugs of this Rossi wine. He already had the song called Moscato, where he's like, yo, I'm gonna give her Moscato, wine, whatever else she wants. So he's consistent.
Which way you won't climb? I'm trying to get higher, but you desire landmines. Blow up every time I'm.
Notice how Kendrick is not really rapping the same on any of these songs. This is a brand new flow.
You ain't very wrong, but you don't get it, and you won't admit it. You tell me I'm like your ex, but I think we're nothing different.
She's still getting over her ex. He's like, yo, I'm not your ex. You know, that young boy stuff. This is that young stuff.
I put it on me and your girlfriends. I know they throw salt like Angelina Jolie. Now let's see.
Listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
Gotta show him Portland. Now my baby say I ain't her baby, but more of an abortion. I'm like,
he said, my baby said I ain't her baby. I'm more like an abortion. Whoa.
When you could be taking me.
Yeah, so that's that Overdose, Live For, Die For mixtape. We love that mixtape. Notice how on a lot of these songs, these rappers, they're giving Kendrick the last verse. Usually, a lot of times, the last verse is dedicated to the best rapper or to the best verse. Like the engineers, they're putting the verses together. This guy had the best verse. We're going to put him at the end. It's an honor, really, to have the last verse. Kendrick is still pretty new at this time. Some of these rappers, even pictured here, had been rapping for longer than Kendrick. Dare I say, some of them were even more popular than Kendrick when this came out. But they still recognize, yo, this guy Kendrick is nuts. Like, he's crazy on a verse. They like, yo, you can have the last verse. Okay, so this is the last one we're going to do for Ratchet Kendrick. Then we're going to get to Bully Kendrick. But this is a song by Omen, who was very closely related with J. Cole early in J. Cole's career. It's called The Look of Lust. And some of these songs are not mixed the best. Like Kendrick was giving a lot of underground rappers verses. He was just doing a lot of different verses. So some of them aren't mixed the best, and this is one of them. But still try to pay attention to what Kendrick is saying.
Super faded, loaded, only notice her body, rather her conversation, Russian lust and sexual favors, wonder how it's chasing.
Like I said last song, completely new delivery, completely new flow. Kendrick at this time has so many different styles, and this is something you'll notice about the rappers who I truly find elite. I always wax poetic about how they have so many different styles.
Pray on the blood of the promiscuous, panties on the premises, pantry full of condoms, fuck your conscience, let's get into it.
Ooh, another X-rated Kendrick verse.
Hey baby boy, slow down, you know I move with diligence. You think that I'm a hoe now and strip me from my innocence? I thought massage is all I need, now proceed if it's worth it, or leave if it's urgent. For you to rendezvous, I know your needs have a purpose.
So Kendrick really blessed Omen with a whole contextual verse. I love when rappers stay on topic. The song is called The Look of Lust. Kendrick paints his whole image of him being with a woman. They're about to hook up. He's nervous. She's a little nervous. She's like, yo, I need you to stimulate my mind, etc., etc. I don't want to spoil the whole verse for y'all. Go listen to that whole song. So anyway, that's Ratchet Kendrick. That's just one side of Kendrick. Back in 2011, when he was on this insane run, you never knew exactly what Kendrick you were going to get on a song. And style-wise, you didn't know how he was going to come on a song. Pause. You didn't know how he was coming on a song. What delivery, what flow. It might be something you never heard before. But that's just a Ratchet Kendrick, right? He's having fun. He's rapping about the sex, promiscuity. But let's get into Bully Kendrick. I think a lot of us love Bully Kendrick. On GNX, we got a lot of Bully Kendrick. Kendrick just rapping about how great he is. Rapping about rapping about these bars, boasting, flexing, finessing, all that. All right, so Bully Kendrick. Bully Kendrick, I describe Bully Kendrick as he's flexing, he's boasting. The first song from Bully Kendrick that I want to highlight is from his arch nemesis. It's called Buried Alive Interlude. So this is actually on Drake's album, Take Care, but Drake does not even appear on this song. This is a Kendrick Lamar solo song on a Drake album. I don't know if this happens on any other Drake albums where Drake just gives someone a song and doesn't appear on the song himself, but he did it with Kendrick here. And some people would even say that Kendrick is actually dissing Drake on this song.
If you was in a pine box, I would surely break the lock. I jump right in and fall asleep, cause you are the devil me.
And Drake would actually remix this song during the beef with Kendrick.
If you in a pine box, I would shovel dirt on top. I'd play this record on repeat. You always been a bitch to me. React like an infant whenever you are mentioned. Mind over matter never worked for my nemesis.
Obviously, the whole song is a metaphor. This is why I put it in Bully Kendrick category. I mean, I could also put this in serious Kendrick category because this is Kendrick introspective. It's like a quintessential Kendrick song. A little bit layered, deeper meaning to it.
Cruising in Toronto, hit me on the cellular, thought he was gonna sell me a false word like the rappers I know.
So Kendrick is basically saying at this time, like, yo, I met with Drake. Drake said he was gonna give me a look. So I pulled up to get the look, whether it's a feature, whether we gonna work together. He said he would do it, but a lot of rappers say that. This dude is a Canadian. I don't really know how solid he is, but Kendrick said, yo, he pulled up and Drake kept his word.
We talk casually about the industry and how the women be the tastemakers for the shit we making.
So Kendrick is saying like he's having this conversation with Drake. They're talking about the music industry, etc., etc.
He said that he was the same age as myself and it didn't help because it made me even more rude and impatient.
But then as he's talking to Drake, they find out, oh, we the same age. But Kendrick is like, finding out that me and Drake are the same age pissed me off even more. Because he's so much further ahead than I am. Drake is on his second album and is already a superstar. He's already a superstar. Kendrick does not even have his debut studio album out at this time. It creates this sense of anxiety. One day I'll break down this whole song, Buried Alive Interlude, and really get into what Kendrick is saying. But that's in Bully Kendrick. I think it might even fit better in introspective, serious Kendrick, right? All right, Bully Kendrick, second song I want to cover, called Rapper-ish. This is a song featuring Ab-Soul. It's unreleased, so you're not really gonna hear it on any project. You will just have to come across it on YouTube. And it's on this song where Kendrick and Ab-Soul, they're just trading bars.
Follow no ruler, even if I'm under drastic measure.
whatever.
They say pressure bust pipes, and I ain't never had to deal with plumbing in my life.
If you really want to see me break this song down, I've done a whole video on this. It's called The Only Rapper Kendrick Feared. And I'm mentioning Ab-Soul. That's the only rapper he feared. This is just classic back to back. You spit 6 bars, I spit 6 bars. And whoever comes out on top, we let the audience decide.
Sparring with me like blasphemy to cathedral or colliding with the diesel with your baby in your arms.
So this is Bully Kendrick, flexing, boasting. He said, sparring with me is like blasphemy to cathedrals or colliding with a diesel truck with the baby in your arms.
You would test me, but you know better. It's inadequate to go against the Jesus of Nazareth of the rap game.
You would test me, but you already know you're inadequate. He calls himself the Jesus of Nazareth of the rap game. And this is something that Kendrick would actually materialize on his Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers tour. He would wear a iced out crown of thorns. Crown of thorns, Jesus. Over a decade ago, he called himself the Jesus of Nazareth of the rap game. So he said it before it was even true.
Shit, only Big and Pac can rap after, and if they was alive, they would have to pay tithes. I am God.
So again, this is just extreme flexing, boasting, braggadocio Kendrick. He says, yo, the verse I just spit, only Biggie and Tupac could follow this up. And even if they were still alive to do that, they would still have to pay tithes to me because I'm God. Yo, this is insane. Yo, he's talking nasty. He's talking crazy on this verse. Bully Kendrick. All right, Bully Kendrick, next verse I want to go over. It's called The City. It's a song by The Game. It's probably Kendrick's first big feature.
In the midst of the hieroglyphs, my fingertips start to write.
And you know this is 2011 Kendrick because he's talking about the hieroglyphs. These types of topics during the high power era, very quintessential Kendrick. Kendrick is talking about hieroglyphs. It's probably from 2011.
Fuck your feelings, this is me, Kendrick, and I wear a pendant on my shoulder, soldier, like a lieutenant.
So one thing about Bully Kendrick, I always feel that he's freestyling. When he's spitting these types of verses like this, that's super braggadocio. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe he freestyles a lot of his songs, but I always get the feeling that he's freestyling.
Johnny always lock a nigga down, knowing damn well we don't want to see the box like Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bar right there. He said, yo, they don't want to see the box like Manny Pacquiao. So this is during the time where we was wondering, are we ever going to get Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao? Manny Pacquiao's team is blaming Floyd Mayweather's team. It's their fault it won't happen. Mayweather is blaming Pacquiao's team. It's their fault it won't happen. Kendrick just firmly picks a side. Y'all rappers don't want to see the box. The box being like the casket, like Manny Pacquiao. He ain't trying to box. Bars.
Radars, reminiscing when the LA Radars was in my home. Snapback fitted on my uncle's dome. Living in a city where the skinny niggas die and a semi-bullet fly, but it turned me to a lion.
Yeah, Game is firmly with him. Now, over the years, Game would kind of, well, I won't say nothing bad about Game here. But during the Kendrick and Drake beef, during all those years, I mean, Game, he didn't pick a side, which is fine.
Who you got if they go at it?
Who I got? Lyrically?
Lyrically.
I mean, lyrically, man, I don't know, man.
He allowed Drake to come to Compton to shoot a video called 100, where Drake basically disses Kendrick on the song.
I would have all of your fans if I didn't go poppin', I stayed on some conscious shit.
And then he shoots the video in Compton with the help of Game and then disses Kendrick in his own city.
When he said, I could have had all your fans if I never went pop and I stayed on some conscious shit. People thought that was like, I could be in your lane, but I chose to be like super mainstream, and then Kendrick kind of returned that, but.
So a lot of people have mixed feelings about Game, but he is one of the greatest.
I mean that shit. Game came through, put the city on his back. I was in the city when a nigga had seen that shit.
That's true. In terms of the West Coast mainstream, Game broke through a drought. It was a time period where it wasn't many of it. West Coast artists, rappers in the mainstream. Game came through, broke through. Yeah, he did that.
When commercial never TV screened that shit. Now everybody sing that shit.
Yeah, Kendrick would just go straight a cappella at the end. When this verse came out, people was talking about this. This is a good Kendrick verse. And I think the beat drop, it adds kind of to the drama to the whole verse. Great verse by Kendrick, Bully Kendrick. Next, we got Put That Mic Down. This is a song by DJ K Slay, R.I.P. K Slay.
I ain't no killer, I ain't no drug dealer. I'm a real nigga with real emotions that stand behind her.
Yeah, this is something that Kendrick will mention often in his early music. I'm not a killer. I'm not a street guy. I'm not a drug dealer. I'm me. This is like a very important point. This is one of the main points he wanted to get through, to get across in his early music. Like, I'm not with none of that foolishness. I'm with the foolishness, but on my own terms. Not with a group, not on some tough guy-ish.
Internal affairs investigate while LAPD speculate. Crooked cops on my bumper dump until I'm first 48.
And that's bars. First 48, man.
I can smell a snake a mile away because they recate. But any anaconda can die on a weekday. Been on my dick, get addicted to dying quick. Grab a dictionary, my styles vary, my words flip.
Grab a dictionary. Yo, so Kendrick is eating this beat, man. And K-Slay, I feel whenever rappers are on K-Slay projects, they feel they gotta put a really great verse forward because K-Slay is one of the legends.
No one never knows the drama that I might bring. Chilling with the drama king, but this ain't Broadway, man.
No one knows what the drama might bring. I'm chilling with the drama king. This was K-Slay's nickname, the drama king. If you can't tell right now, Kendrick, he's locked in. This is called being locked in. This is a very aggressive Kendrick verse. It's almost like on the same aggression level as Control. I don't think a lot of people will hear this verse. This song has like 5 features on it. But this is one of Kendrick's more aggressive verses. All right, so we continue with Bully Kendrick. His flexing, his finessing, boasting verses. I gotta go with Lightyears Ahead next. This is a ScHoolboy Q song off ScHoolboy Q's first project, Setbacks, which is a great project.
See you in the morning, take off, nigga, time zone.
So Kendrick do the hook for him, tell him I'm sky high. He give him a hook.
My turbo boosting, my jetpack cruising. Get jet lag when I come back to these fucking humans.
He basically saying I'm an alien. I'm a Martian. You know, Wayne is one of Kendrick's favorite rappers. He's known for saying I'm a Martian. We're not the same. I'm a Martian.
Fire like striking matches. I'm higher where Martians laughing and spaceships and stars is crashing.
So the theme of this verse, he's like, yo, I'm up here. I'm up. I'm in the sky. I'm not only above you, I'm in a different universe with the Martians. He doesn't mention Martians being in space. He's doing Bully Kendrick. He's letting the rappers know, I'm a Martian, you're a normal civilian.
Damn, is that a fucking blimp? No, OMG, that's him.
Is it a bird? It's a plane? He said, nah, it's Kendrick. He's still up there. The whole verse is about him just being up in the sky, high above. The song is called Light Years Ahead. So if you light years ahead of someone, you are out of this planet.
A shooting star hanging over, a new eclipse hanging over, a big dip with my music flip, nigga, from sky high.
But yeah, even on these super playful, fun songs that are just more seeming like freestyles, Kendrick is still on topic. I love when the rappers stay on topic. The song is called Light Years Ahead, and Kendrick is rapping about how he's up in the sky, he's with the Martians, he's rapping about being light years ahead, playing on that idea. Look in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a blimp. No, it's him, it's me. Not a whole lot of non sequiturs going on, and I appreciate that. All right, so this is the last Bully Kendrick. I could pick a lot of Bully Kendrick verses, but this is the last one we'll do. Then we're going to get to Serious Kendrick. So I know a lot of y'all like Serious Kendrick. Mr. Miranda Big Steppers, Serious Kendrick for the most part. But this song is called Ball Game. It's by Smoke DZA.
In every inning, sure your career's ending. The bases is loaded. You ever notice?
He mentions the innings. He's mentioned the bases is loaded. Your team is losing. Little baseball reference to start off that 4-bar.
With every hit record, look at my record. Your status will drop as soon as they message me in a session.
Rhyme scheme is on point.
Minor league coaches, we feed them bitches the vultures. You posing as a poser, we post your death on the post. I'm probably tied up with a cheerleader, just your luck. You fucked around and let a queer lead you.
Again, it's 2011. You're not gonna hear Kendrick talk like this. I might be tied up with a cheerleader. You might let a queer lead you. You're not gonna hear Kendrick spit nothing like that today.
Place off of the Damien, we aim it at your cranium and leave fragments over the stadium.
That's called motherfucking bars.
That's bars.
You know nothing about
That's
that.
bars. All right, so the last phase of Kendrick we gonna do is Serious Kendrick. So Serious Kendrick is like introspective. He's rapping about the struggle. He's in this deep bag. He's not, fooling around, rapping about, the sex, the fun. He's not on his, I'm the best rapper stuff. He's in his realism, reality rap, basically. So the first song I want to play is called Pumped Up Kicks. It's by Foster the People. So if you know this song is about a school shooter. So in Kendrick's verse, he takes the role of a mass shooter. It's a very short verse, but Kendrick plays the part.
Billy Badass with a backpack full of bad swag that I picked out on my handed to anyone I ever did wrong.
He said, yo, my backpack is full of, he says bad swag, but we know what's in the backpack. And he said he gonna hand it out to everybody that did him wrong.
I'ma take it back like an ADAC tonight. You'll pay tax tonight, bully.
Talking like he's been bullied at school and like, yo, anybody who bully me, you about to pay tax. It's in my backpack. I'm handing it out. All y'all bullies, y'all gonna pay tax. So this is probably Kendrick's first major feature. I mean, he featured with The Game on The Game's album on the song The City, which we heard earlier. But in terms of being on a hit record, this Foster the People song was huge. I'm sure you've heard it before. And Kendrick hops on the remix. Even though it's only a couple bars, this really spread Kendrick's name to the casual listener. So this is a huge look for him in the year 2011. So next serious Kendrick song from 2011, I gotta go with Birdz and the Beez. This is another song off ScHoolboy Q's Setbacks. Kendrick was very involved with this album, so he appears on the album a couple of times. And for a long time, I thought this was ScHoolboy Q's best verse, and I thought this is one of Kendrick's best verses until Kendrick really started dropping more albums. But for a long time, this is one of my favorite Kendrick features.
I just wanna do this fucking music, boy, and leave this dope alone and count my change.
Q, I wanna see you do your thing.
So Kendrick picks up right in the middle of Q's verse. Like Q barely spits a couple bars and then boom, here comes Kendrick to finish it off.
Motherfuckers that you been tight, then ain't ever been as everything. You intelligent, but you can't escape that life.
The flow is crazy. Yo, you gotta appreciate this flow, man.
It's just to see you hold the mic and hit the stage and rock the set, but it's hard to change when you from the set.
I love the game that Kendrick is giving ScHoolboy Q here. Obviously, ScHoolboy Q, he's from where he's from. I mean, it's very obvious where he's from. He capitalizes the H's every time he posts on Twitter, on social media. Every H is capitalized. Nothing else is capitalized. So, I mean, do the math. But Kendrick is like, yo, despite where you from, I know it's tough to try to shake that off of you. But yo, we're going on to bigger and better things. And this is before Kendrick and ScHoolboy Q even ever made it to those bigger and better things. But Kendrick kind of has the vision and is trying to encourage Q like, yo, I know it's going to be tough to shake that stigma that you got, but we going to do it.
Do you want to see the boys in jet, or you want to see them runway jets?
Like, do you want to see them boys, the police, or do you want to see these jets, you know, on the airplane? We getting out, you know, the Clareport. Which one you want to do, Q?
If you don't do it for yourself, then please do it for your kids.
Again, Kendrick just giving ScHoolboy Q game on this. He's talking to Q like, yo, Q, I know it's tough, especially coming from how you come from. But if you don't want to do it for yourself, then think about your kids. And we'll see ScHoolboy Q with his daughter and his music videos. I mean, his daughter is a huge part of his life. He's very public with his daughter. Like, they go to like the soccer games, they be joking around with each other. So that's very warm to see. I mean, it's a very warm-hearted thing to see. But this is back when she was probably just a small kid. So Kendrick is giving him game. Like, yo, do it for her. If you don't think you deserve it, do it for her.
Nigga, won't you tell Michelle I love your daughter? Please don't let her grow up life without a father. Look at what you bought her. Money couldn't buy.
Yeah, put this extra stuff, this street stuff aside. Because your daughter needs your love, man. Facts. Yo, we got facts. Kendrick speaking, he's not speaking to us on this verse, to the audience. He's talking to Q.
You gotta hustle, make ends meet, gotta make time, gotta get a grind. Keep running, cops say freeze. Blue pill, red pill, choose now.
Birdz and the Beez. Yo, that is a crazy. Again, that was one of my favorite Kendrick verses for a long time. But I mean, Kendrick only had so much music out at this time. As he started dropping more music, more dope songs, more great verses. But still, this is one of the great ones. Birdz and the Beez. This is like a personal written message that Kendrick wrote for ScHoolboy Q. All right, so boom, next serious Kendrick song, I gotta go with the Talib Kweli, Push Through.
On the way that you hang is attached to a tree. The moon talk to the sea and speak a body language fluently.
Kendrick is on this song with Currency.
Kindergartners, my vision's bothered by vigilantes that harbor on street corners.
Kendrick rapping about the streets. Again, this is serious Kendrick, so he's gonna rap about that struggle, growing up in Compton, trials and tribulations.
The starving, the speed on you, stampede on you, impede on your pockets.
Impede on you. But even in the midst of this super serious verse, Kendrick drops a little bit of humor there.
Living lavish in fabrics of fine linen, spinning established with women dining and laughing.
Yo, the rhyme scheme is insane. Let's hear that one more time. Like, this man is rhyming the first word, the third word, the second word. Like, he's all over the place with it, but it sounds so neat.
Living lavish in fabrics of fine linen, spinning established with women dining and laughing. But from the things you achieve, relax. That's what my mental say, but my physical's been detached.
So if you notice the video, Kendrick is just all over LA, Compton Watts, he went to the Nickerson Gardens. He showed Centennial High School, which is in Compton. I think at this point of his career, Kendrick is still very close to this. I mean, he's not this superstar winning Grammys at this point. So he's comfortably in his neighborhood where he probably still lived at the time, writing his verse, shooting his video.
On some other shit, like fuck the government, I'm higher rankings, where's the mothership? Fuck you been, left him face down like he was planking.
Left him face down like he was planking, which I know about planking. So that was a nice little Kendrick verse, and Talib Kweli actually told a story about this song.
So you clipped his Kendrick Lamar's verse?
I did.
But
I did.
technically, did you put it back?
He checked me. He checked me early in his career, before all the success. He was like, I need the rest of my verse on it. And the fact that him as a young dude at that point in his career felt comfortable enough to say that to me, I respected it. And it reminded me of what we do in this.
Right.
It's not to just fit neatly into containers.
So yeah, I guess Talib Kweli tried to cut Kendrick's verse short, or I don't know what Talib Kweli was thinking, but he wanted to alter Kendrick's verse, probably shorten it up a bit. And then Kendrick hit him back, like, yo, either don't do that or just take my verse off completely. Kweli was like, yo, I respect that. Because he was like, Kendrick was a new guy at that time. So to tell me this, Kweli's a legend at that time. So for him to have the confidence to be like, nah, I need my whole verse, that's important. And it also lets you know how important Kendrick feels what he was saying on his verse. Like he's really talking about his come up. He's talking about the struggles, the up and coming, the trials and tribulations. So Kendrick is like, this entire verse needs to be intact for my message to get across. Kweli understood that, kept the verse on the song. But why would you try to cut that verse short anyways? It's not even a long verse. Next serious Kendrick verse in the year 2011, I gotta go with XV's song, Textbook Stuff. I think XV might get lost in history, but there was a long time where it seemed like XV was going to be one of those guys, like next to the J. Coles, next to the Kendricks, the Drakes, the Wiz Khalifa's, Wale's. There was a time where it seemed like that was a real reality for XV, but it was very competitive at the time, so it just didn't materialize in that exact way. But Kendrick Lamar lends XV a verse on this song, Textbook Stuff. XV actually has an interesting story about this verse.
Kendrick comes and gives me a dap and leans in for the pound, and he said in my ear, yo, they you with that XXL freshman cover. And then when it came out, I was like, man, I know. And he's like, if there's anything I can do, bro, I got you. And I was like, I need that verse. We still locked in on the handshake, like, nah, I need that verse. And he's like, I got you, let me know. Locked in the handshake a couple more times. Yeah, for sure, I need that verse, Kendrick.
How many weeks later?
A few weeks later, because that's March. Yeah. Zero Heroes came out April 15th.
Living my life like I'm living right in the midst of a fire pit, the game banging and violence.
Okay, so yeah, you can tell what Kendrick is on. He's talking about the struggles growing up in where? Compton, yet again. The game banging, the violence. At this point in Kendrick's career, the game banging, the violence, the growing up in that mad city, it is like a focal point of all of his music.
Cars with jokers on them, you can disown them or stone them. I'm throwing them rock back with a furious bullet.
So Kendrick's going off here, and he gave this verse to XV as a favor, as we saw in that clip, because he felt like XV should have been on the freshman list with him. I mean, XV was one of them guys. He could have easily been on the freshman list and no one would have said anything. Really, a lot of people felt like he was snubbed 2011 and probably 2010 also. So Kendrick gave XV this verse as a favor.
And I'm in the back of a black Buick, finna black out like February. Ain't that how blacks do it, right?
About to black out like February. February, Black History Month. Light bars, light bars.
Vice versa, I'm screaming for help as loud as I can, but that's not working. I'm working them corners like blueprints.
Great Kendrick verse, very aggressive. He's very aggressive on that verse. I mean, he didn't give XV a throwaway. You can tell this is one of them verses that Kendrick put a lot of effort in. It's one of his aggressive verses, good subject matter, good song overall. Even XV's verses on this song are good, but this ain't a video about XV, so we won't get too far into it. But yo, this Zero Heroes mixtape, this was a fan favorite mixtape when it came out. I think XV gets unfairly lost to history just because there was so much star power in the time that he came out. Kendrick is obviously, you got Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole, then you got Nicki, you got Future, you got Young Thug, then you got the whole Chicago drill scene, Dirk, Chief Keef. Wiz Khalifa, Wale, Rick Ross, like it was so much star power that unfortunately XV gets lost to history sometimes. I also want to shed light on this Kendrick verse on the Terrace Martin song Reasons for Seasons. So you'll remember the very first song that we did in this video.
They be on it so
Thirsty, also by Terrace Martin. Kendrick has been working with Terrace Martin for what, at least 14 years? This video is 14 years old.
But them two Pimp a Butterfly sessions was serious.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Serious. That shit was like the Panthers and no fucking pork, and it was just...
Terrace Martin, he's featured prominently on the To Pimp a Butterfly album. You listen to a Kendrick song and you hear saxophone, it's probably Terrace Martin playing the saxophone.
Little Kendrick from the hub, to show you that my motive's always been to give you love.
Lil Kendrick from the Hub. What is he talking about? Kendrick from the Hub, Hub City. This is the nickname for Compton. Like Inglewood is nicknamed the City of Champions. Compton is nicknamed Hub City.
I'm putting out good music in return to build a buzz that's bigger than life itself or some bubble kush plug.
I like this verse because Kendrick, it shows you where Kendrick is at. He said, I'm just trying to build a buzz, which in 2011, especially if it's early 2011, before Section 80. Yeah, Kendrick was just trying to build a buzz. He's just trying to get his name out there.
Baby brother Hook Compton, trying to accomplish the impossible with obstacles in my daily grinding. Oh no.
Oh no. So yeah, I mean, Compton is a focal part of all of Kendrick's raps at this point. He can rap about the fun part of Compton, like he does on some of the songs we mentioned earlier, you know, the Rossi wine, the Moscato, riding around town. But then there's this also introspective part. It's almost like existential, where it seems like Kendrick is trying to beat the clock. Like, if I don't get out of Compton, this thing is going to eat me alive.
As soon as success is in my favor, they'll try to break down my character like I ain't from their heritage.
I'm not going to even go too hard on these bars. Y'all read this. Y'all read these bars. This is deep right here.
It hurt my soul to hear a nigga that I know talking bad and trying to play me.
He's saying, yo, I could really care less about like a rap critic's opinion, a rap critic turning on me. But it would break my heart if someone I knew did that.
Like we ain't had pellet gun fights, falling off of mini bikes and a Buick bumping clips with no AC.
Ooh, so Kendrick doing a lot of foreshadowing. And he name drops the Clips, Pusha T, Malice, who dropped a great album this year, Let God Set Him Out. He says, yo, this dude that I grew up with, it's like he forgot how we grew up, you know, having pellet gun fights, BB gun fights, riding around town, bumping the Clips albums. He said that would break my heart if he turned on me. So yeah, I gotta shout out this Terrace Martin project, Lock High 2. I mean, this is a very overlooked project. Some Kendrick verses on here. I think even Sci-Hi the Prince appears. Check it out, man. Terrace Martin got some really good projects. He's got a really good song with Kendrick called Triangle Fold too. I mean, I just feel like Kendrick, he's loved so much, but there are so many great Kendrick songs that I feel like a lot of people who love Kendrick haven't heard because they're just tucked away either from 15 years ago or on these projects by artists who you might not know. Like there's a Kendrick verse on a Flying Lotus song called Great Kendrick verse. There's a Kendrick verse in the Tribe Called Quest album. Like I mentioned, this Kendrick verse on a song called Triangle Fold on a Terrace Martin album.
I'm caught up in a triangle shit.
There's just so much great Kendrick music, some of his best songs that are not even on his own albums that I don't think a lot of people have heard. So next verse we're gonna highlight, and we coming to the end for the serious Kendrick verses, but we gonna get a couple more in there. It's called Whose House by Slim the Mobster.
Now whose house is this? Broadcasting live from Compton, California, where foreigners never come.
So what you notice, if you haven't caught on yet, right? When Kendrick is hopping on a guest feature in 2011, he's gonna let you know he's from Compton. So I think Kendrick is aware that people who are not in my fan base are going to be hearing me for the first time because I'm featuring on someone else's song. I gotta let them know where I'm from.
Worry somehow we dislike the governor. Hope these angels can cover us. If the LAPD ain't doing it, what's a cover up?
Ooh, yeah, Kendrick sound at home. Somebody need to remake this beat, man. This beat'll go crazy nowadays.
Nigga, it's militant at your gut like cesarean. What?
Every nigga's militant at your gut like cesarean. The C-section. That's called bars.
That crip shit got my uncle's life in jail, homie. So
ooh, so now he getting to the real life stuff. He said, yo, that crippin', that got my uncle put in prison. Like he's getting into the details of his personal life.
If I put the same line, they'll never forgive me. Or worse than that, them niggas right around the corner might kill me.
No, he said, yo, so if I'm on the same stuff my uncle got put in jail for, this Crip stuff, my family may never forgive me. How could you be on this same stuff when we guided you away from it? When we tried to guide you away from it, how did you still get on that? You seen what happened to your uncle. And Kendrick said, yo, even if that doesn't happen, I'm on this Crip stuff, the people around the corner might try to kill me. Where's Kendrick from? West side of Compton. Do the math. Red and blue.
Hard what? No problem, my guard's up. The author of fallen fathers that did it without much.
That is a nasty beat. Kendrick, super aggressive on this song. Again, some of these verses, y'all let me know in the comments. How many of these verses have y'all actually heard? The song. Is most of what I'm playing y'all hearing for the first time? That's what it's all about. So as we wind down the serious Kendrick verses, the introspective, raps about struggle, raps about Compton, trials and tribulation type verses. I do want to shine some light on this verse by Kendrick on a Shwayze song. I don't know if y'all remember Shwayze. If you watched MTV like late 2000s, you remember their song Buzzin'. I mean, they had like a TV show on MTV and like there was all over the commercials. Kendrick has a verse with him.
The miseducation of Kendrick, stressing, Hennessy shots thrown back like it's vintage.
Welcome to my life. This is the miseducation of Kendrick. This is an ode to the miseducation of Lauryn Hill album. Shout out Lauryn Hill, which is an ode to the miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. Great book.
My motives to be a mogul without compromising my vocals.
He said, Mom, and Kendrick is really foreshadowing his entire career. Everything he's saying he wants in these early songs, he got it. He says, yo, my motive is to be a mogul, music mogul, which, I mean, if he's not a mogul at this point, he's on his way. All them Grammys, all them records sold, platinum records. Then he says, I want to be successful without compromising my vocals, without compromising my message, which is like the thing that people love Kendrick most for, right? He's gotten this popular. He's gotten all this industry accolades without compromising. I mean, he still raps about what he wants to, and he still has a pretty positive message most of the time.
Really, I'm just a noble kid from the west side of Compton.
There we go. And you know, he gonna let you know where he's from. West side of Compton.
Niggas is nonsense. I say that you full of shit and need a colonic.
Yo, y'all dudes full of ish. You need a colonic. We ain't gonna go too deep into what a colonic is, but you know, watch the hand movement.
Or maybe the Heimlich.
Full of ish, you need a colonic. Or maybe the Heimlich. So it's something in your gut that needs to come out, basically.
Your aim is all fucked up as if your sidekick dropped. I'm nice with it.
All effed up like your sidekick dropped. So, I mean, this verse ages itself. Your sidekick, he's talking about the T-Mobile sidekick, the little flip, spin up phone. I had a Sidekick 3. I mean, I feel like everybody had a sidekick at some point. You can tell he's not really giving any throwaway verses. Every verse we've heard so far, Kendrick is really putting it all out there. It seems like even on the playful verses, he's not giving you a throwaway verse. He's giving you his best effort. That's what it feels like to me. I haven't heard one whack verse yet. And lastly, to close it out, last serious Kendrick verse we'll look at from 2011, his amazing 2011 feature run, is on a song called How Far We Go Uptown 81 by Smoke DZA.
My turbulence put a burden on young herds. Once it's cracking, it's a chain reaction. Mine is Young Berg.
Gotta love the Young Berg bar. It's a chain reaction, like it's Young Berg. He's saying, yo, my message spread and it's contagious. It's a chain reaction, you know, contagious, chain reaction. Young Berg, I mean, Young Berg was the subject of so many punchlines because he got his Transformers chain snatched back in the day. Yeah, chain reaction. That's what Kendrick is saying there.
Big AKs like Alicia Keys, abbreviated. Niggas stand behind them like Clive Davis.
Stand behind the keys like Clive Davis. Come on.
Don't press your luck when I'm pressed for time. Cause when the press get this verse, they sure to press rewind.
I remember when this song came out, I really was a big supporter of Smoke DZA's music. He had a mixtape called George Kush that was just awesome. One of my favorite mixtapes of all time. And I'm pretty sure this is the mixtape that came right after that. So I definitely listened to this. I was already big on Kendrick. I've replayed this song many times.
Keep the devil smiling while we wildin' on them corners with the ropes and rats, nigga.
Ooh, yo, peep the rhyme scheme, man. Let's hear that one more time. I'm sorry, we gotta hear that again.
Codeine, cracking, cognac, enough violence to keep the devil smiling while we wildin' on them corners like water from sea or water from creek. And if I don't speak, I know you ain't growing, cause I'm a leader.
Now he loking up, he leveling up. And Kendrick just get super emotional, super loud mid-verse like that. That means he's going Super Saiyan.
Or water from creek. And if I don't speak, I know you ain't growing, cause I'm a leader. Respect it when you see it.
He in his bag. He in his bag.
P.S. I'm taking off fades and taking off first. This G6 is on its way. What's
taking off fades and I'm taking off first. The G6 is on its way. That's called bars.
Called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
All right, so there were actually way more Kendrick features than what I just covered. I covered a whole lot right now, probably like 20 songs, but Kendrick did way more features in 2011 than that. It was just a great year. Kendrick was on his come up. He was known. He was already one of the, if you knew underground hip hop at the time, going into 2011, you heard Overly Dedicated, you heard the Kendrick Lamar EP. So you knew he had talent. But the question is with these guys that are super talented is, can they deliver on that album? Kendrick will go on to drop Section 80 this same year, which many people felt was album of the year. It was a great album. One of my favorite Kendrick projects. Depending on what day you ask me, depending on the day, I might have Section 80 #1. But we didn't know if he would deliver at the time. But when Kendrick starts dropping these guest verses throughout the year, leading up to Section 80, you start to get the feeling like, okay, he's on different timing. Because Overly Dedicated was good. Had a couple old songs on there. It kind of felt like a compilation a little bit in some parts. Like he had the old PMP song on there. He had a remix of She Needs Me, which like wasn't even his song. There was plenty of talent on Overly Dedicated. I also love that project, but there were still question marks surrounding Kendrick. We knew he was good, really good, but there was question marks. I feel like 2011 was the year where Kendrick proved he's big three. Drake was already out. He was already a star at this point in 2011. J. Cole was already out. He was already on Jay-Z's Blueprint 3 2 years before this, in 2009. So Drake and J. Cole got the head start. It was already on their way. 2011 was the year where Kendrick showed and proved and really rose above his peers, all these great rappers of that time. And these guest features were a huge reason why. I mean, you heard Kendrick's name around here and there, but then you would hear him on these projects, these mixtapes you listen to, and just be like, oh my God, this is what gets you excited for Section 80. Then Section 80 comes out, and the whole question is, okay, is he about to deliver? Let's just see. Then it's fire, and you're like, okay, yeah, Kendrick, he's one of them ones. Now, after Section 80, this is where a lot of people start listening to Kendrick. He's on the Breakfast Club. He's doing these mainstream interviews. And then after Section 80, a year later, Good Kid, Mad City comes out, which is certified hip-hop classic, right? But all that doesn't happen without this feature run. Kendrick was eating in 2011, man. This is my favorite era of Kendrick, coming off of Overly Dedicated. So we in the high power era. Kendrick is in this like conscious, super conscious era, but like not corny. It's kind of like how Ab-Soul does it a little. He drops Section 80 and then he kind of gears up the rollout to Good Kid, Mad City. Like he's kind of dropping little hints here and there. His project called Good Kid, Mad City. This is like my favorite era of Kendrick right here. 2011, 2012, Section 80, GKMC. Like this is fire. So anyway, I feel like it's, if I don't talk about this stuff, some of these verses will just continue to be overlooked and not talked about. So if I could even have one person, two people in the comments go and listen to a song that I just played, but you're like, man, that sounds kind of good to me. You go listen to that whole song, that's worth it to me. Then listen to the whole project that the song is on. You know what I mean? Let me know, what was your favorite song that just played? To me, I love that rapper-ish song with Ab-Soul and Kendrick. I love it so much. I did a video on it. You can go watch it now, actually. This video is over. Go watch that. The Only Rapper Kendrick Feared video. It's about Ab-Soul. It's breaking down a song rapper-ish. That's all I got for today. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.